Oh, cool, so I can wander around some more. Is there anywhere I did miss while I was wandering?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's a whole second floor! Dead end? Okay. Who are you?
I'm real busy, so could you please move along now? Thanks.
Oh, you're like a very young student of some sort?
Okay now, what else did Lady Rhea need
Oh
doing
no,
today?
you're a child slave! Because you're way too young to be employed as someone's servant. I really hope it's not going to be a plot like there's some sort of horrible secret slavery ring here. I've seen you before. Cute draggy! Well, this is a nice new model room that seems to have nothing in it. Hopefully that'll be more important later. Dad! Papa!
Here I am again, the office of the Captain of the Knights. That said, I'm merely here to assist. Apparently, the current captain is getting on in years.
Oh, do I get to meet another grandpa?
I hear the captain has a hard time keeping up with the responsibilities of the job. That's where I come in.
Oh, Dad has a fancy office. Does he get to wear these in battle? Because they're very cool looking. Flowers for the knights.
Oh, Professor! Dropping by so soon?
God, I hate
expected
you.
we'd take some time. Exchange a few smiles. As we
Seriously,
passed
fucking hell,
in
do you
the
do this to
hall.
all of your
Flirt
students
it,
and all of the
you
new
know.
teachers who come to work here? Do you do this to everybody? Because that is just really creepy. Like, these characters, if they're a male version of these characters is always an arsehole. If you have a male character who's flirting with everyone who isn't consenting to it, they're treated as an arsehole. Why is it if it's a girl who's got her tits out, it's treated as an endearing character trait of some sort?
Well, you're here now. And I do like a man who knows what he wants. Lock the door.
Oh, fucking hell. You just went up like 5 more levels on the creep meter.
Huh. That welcome didn't faze you at all, did it? What's the matter? Don't you like me? Or are you just so innocent you don't understand me?
Oh, that's creepy. So now she's fetishizing the idea of me being too innocent. Please don't say you would still hit on me if I was too innocent. Okay, at least your decor fits of you being an absolute arsehole. Is that what happens if I'm too innocent for you? Oh, what's this? Oh, what is a crest? So I guess you study whatever crests are? Are we going to learn that at some point? That's probably going to be important to the plot, right? This is my laboratory!
This is my research laboratory.
Indeed!
I've worked hard to furnish it with the rare materials and purpose-built equipment required for my work.
Oh god, I love a good Grandpa Mad Scientist. If your game does not have a Grandpa Mad Scientist, what are you even doing? Okay, so we don't know anything about him, he just says, "Hi, I'm the Mad Scientist." Okay, I already know I'm probably going to like you a lot. Rare additional cat. Okay. Why did it not show me his cut off on the map like I did with the other places you can't read? So I just came all the way down this long corridor that takes ages to walk down for absolutely no reason. Okay. Hello? Hello? I wish I could talk to the NPCs more. Who are you? Your outfit is so fancy you don't look like you should be an NPC. Are you a knight, Grandpa?
Welcome to the library.
Oh
Here
no,
you
he's
may
got such a
find
lovely
literature
voice.
From the far reaches of Fodler.
Oh, and he's got little earrings too. What a nice Grampy.
I am Tomas, the librarian. If you have need of me, do not hesitate to ask. I have worked here for...
Dude, I will ask at every possible opportunity.
I have lost track of the decades.
Oh, he did the little Grampy laugh. He did the little Grampy laugh. Oh, and he's got that classic Grampy magical stave thing using for his, you know what I mean, like a cane, but it's all magical. That's a classical magical Grampy thing. And look at his face, he's got lovely, lovely eyes. What a kind face. Oh, I love it. I'm glad I went back to look through everywhere because I would have missed this grandfather. Oster? Oh, so we can like go over everyone here. Hi, that's me. Oh, we've got ages of everyone. Oh, my age is question mark, question mark. I guess that's there so we don't know if I'm older than everyone or not, but that kind of just makes it even more creepy, to be honest. Wait, why is mine the only one that has a word crest above the crest? Okay, so you're 17. You're 17. You're 17. He's 20? Wow, why are you still in school then? Is this a college instead of a school? Because I said it was a school. I guess maybe the years in school work differently in this magical kingdom. Okay, I'm feeling way less creeped out by the fact you can date your students now if they're all, like, actually of age. Oh, you're the youngest, but you're the tallest. Oh no, you're the youngest. Wow. Again, like I was saying, how are you that young? I would have thought you were 20. You can really not tell anyone. Okay, why does yours have crest over it? Why do only some of them have the word crest written on the crest? And you don't have a crest. Do some people not have a crest? What is a crest? Holy shit, how are you that old? You're the oldest? Is that why you have a different uniform? Is that like a grandma shoulder because you're so old? Just shuffling my deck of friends. Inventory, Grammar. Nope, don't have anything here. Let's just see this awesomeness again. Grandpa. The Battle of the Christmas Lights! The music of imminent punishment. Fuck yeah! God, that is a good scene. Fuck him up!
Tell me he's gone now, Mother.
Oh wait, did he literally make up swords on the bones of a dead person? Cause that'd be so fucked up if... Can you imagine that? If you're in a war with a guy and he kills your family and then literally makes a sword out of him, so every time that you fight him you have to get stabbed by your own mum. Okay, I hope I can banish that thought from my head. I hope that's not what it really is, because I think I've cursed myself by even thinking that. Oh, are you related to Lindhart? I'm getting suspicious of everyone with green hair. Ominous chanting, let's start again with the other side. I want to see what's different in this.
Do not deceive.
The only thing that's not different is my sass.
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names.
Oh, trust me, you'll be hearing that a lot more times.
You must possess it.
I think it was the 13th, it might be the 14th. Oh well, whatever. I'll say you're born on a different day, depending on it. I don't know. I suppose I'm reincarnating into a different route, so who knows, maybe I was born on a different day.
Hey, time to wake up.
Hey, Dad.
Were you having that dream again?
Yeah, the dream where I was twins. Yeah, what is the difference between... I guess that's supposed to be hesitating more.
Hmm? Oh, good grief.
No, that's so weird. He gives the same reply, but it says he likes you more.
Gerald, sir.
He's a dad, wouldn't he already like you?
Your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Or is he not our dad and he was just going with that cover story? Oh, our little running character is different. The music is real damn good.
That's the golden deer for you.
Oh, I love you, Eloise.
Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them.
I can't skip through Eloise.
Who's this?
The same person as last time, but also not the same person as last time, but also the same person as last time. Hell yeah!
Great sense of humor, this one. Clear? I love it.
Oh, I guess she still flirts with you regardless of gender. At least that's... Okay, it's not really a good thing, because, like, there's a stereotype of bisexual characters being all extra flirty and unfaithful and stuff, so...
Oh, it's you then? So...
Competence and age are not... I am Hanneman, a Crest scholar. I wonder if...
I'm Manuela.
Now then, I expect...
Do you really? The Officers' Academy is... Their house leader.
Their house leader.
Their house leader is...
To think...
I'll say...
Stare. 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 None of the NPCs loaded in this time. What? They're showing on the minimap.
Hi.
That was weird!
Please accept. I am, of course, delightful.
Hello, this is Burn of the Future saying some stuff because this video wasn't long enough. So yeah, as you may have noticed, this Let's Play is incomplete to say the least. And to say the most, it's like 1% of the entire game. The reason why this initially happened is because my microphone at the time completely crapped out. You can hear it, like, from about part 3 onwards, you start getting really weird crackly noises. Like, I wasn't able to fix much of that in post, I'm really sorry. So at the time, that was enough to discourage me from continuing to Let's Play. But the sad thing is, like, you'd assume I just played the rest of the game on my own time, but I didn't. I actually found it so hard to choose between the houses that I just gave up on playing entirely. I lost all enthusiasm for the game because I was too enthusiastic about the game. I couldn't choose what houses I should pick, so I ended up like, oh, I'll look up more information about it on the internet, and then I ended up finding like a bunch of stuff that like made me lose interest in the game entirely. Like I ended up finding like the spoiler of exactly which grandpa is evil that turned out to be one of the grandpas I really liked in these initial videos. That made me very sad. And I was like, oh, there's no point in playing anymore if I can't have the nice grandpa. It's basically being incredibly over dramatic and stupid over minor things. And really, the real reason why I stopped doing this Let's Play is because I lost confidence in it. At the time, I didn't have any friends who were like really into Fire Emblem free houses, and I felt like, oh, well, I'm just like, I'm you know, whenever I'm making a Let's Play or I'm doing a stream with like a game I really like and then none of my friends really like it too, I feel like, oh, I'm being really selfish and awful. And that's kind of how I felt. At the time, I didn't really have many friends who were as hyped about it as I was. But nowadays, the reason why I got back into it, I started like revisiting this really old Let's Play, is my friend Demo Reel System is like, they're really into this game right now, and I was so happy because I had this copy of the game that was just sitting on my shelf for years and years. To 3 years, Fire Emblem, 3 years of not playing it. But yeah, so I was so happy I could send this game to my friend who was really interested in it, and now they're playing it and having an absolutely great time. And it made me so happy seeing them playing it and having an absolutely great time. I thought, oh, you know what they'll enjoy? This crap failed Let's Play I brought up. I thought maybe I'll have a laugh at it of how bad it is. And then when I ended up looking back at the footage, I was like, wow, this actually isn't as bad as I thought. I was just being incredibly anxious and stupid because I got all worked up about seeing bad reviews of the game on the internet. And like, yeah, maybe some of those things are bad, maybe I'll end up agreeing they're bad, maybe I'll end up finding entirely different things that are bad, but like, I may as well have a go and see if there is some enjoyment I can get out of the game, especially nowadays. Now I've waited so long there are thankfully mods that fix the ridiculously low amount of gay options. The fact that the gay options were like limited to some routes, like, for some reason Edelgard's route has like all the gay options, and like every other route, like the Blue Lion's route has like one gay option, and then Claude's route has no gay option. Anyway, my friend Demo Reel System, who I was talking with and getting super hype about the game, they sent me like all this information on how to put this mod in to like get more gay options and stuff, and I've been working on doing that all day while doing this, working on editing this cool video and having so much fun. It's great, yeah. So I thought, while I'm riding the hype, I may as well like give my own like extra comments of me looking back at this a few years later. Like, aside from just the comments of like, oh my god, I got some things incredibly wrong, and funny enough, I did accidentally predict some things apparently. That's a problem of like, I probably won't be going back and doing a Let's Play of this, even though now I'm probably going to play the game again. I can't really just pick up from where the Let's Play left off because, like, obviously my frame of reference for everything has changed since then. I got spoiled for so much stuff. I basically, like, I know how most of the things go. Everyone who's going to be a surprise villain, I know who they are, and it sucks. I'm never going to be able to get that perfect first impression I was going to have if I just continued playing it when I got the new microphone. So yeah, I thought I may as well give my, like, overall opinions on, like, what I thought of this intro, what I thought of, like, the Let's Play I had at the time and stuff, and that'll be a good like way of capping off and ending the Let's Play. Then I'll just play the game in my own free time and have a big old hype about it. Or maybe I'll just stream it to two of my friends, because nowadays I've gained more confidence in Let's Playing because I've been doing streaming with my friends, and I love basically everything good that in my life comes from my friends being nice and supportive. So once again, shouting out to my friend Demo Reel System, yeah! Let's all get hype about Femblem Frouses together! So anyway, as I do my final thoughts, I'll pop up these ridiculously overcomplicated images on the screen of me trying to like weigh up which route I should go on. We got my giant chart of my first impressions of all the characters. Have a look at it and laugh at how wrong I was about some of them. So, first thing off the bat, I think this is actually not a very good intro for a game. Like, the game itself is great and everything in the intro is good, but as an intro, from serving the purpose of trying to introduce you to it, the game does a terrible job of that. You can see so many times in my initial playthrough, I was like, wow, I'm so hype about this, but I don't understand what's going on at all. Like, they just throw you into it. Crests are important, they don't tell you what crests are. Everyone's for ages before they actually explain what crests are, everyone's talking about what crests are, like, over and over and over again, and you're just like, what does any of this mean? Like, everything is handled that way. It's like, you thrown in a lot, hey, pick one of 3 countries to align yourself with and get points for these characters, like, even though we haven't explained what any of the countries are, and then after that, then they explain what every country is. It just feels like everything was explained, like, after the point where you would already need to know in order to be able to make these choices. Like, again, well, the choices is this guy your father or not? I don't know at this point. The character knows, so like, why would it be an option? Like obviously the player has no way of knowing, so they're gonna pick the wrong option, but the character would know, right? It's a few little things like I just made it feel like I don't know, maybe like the ending of the game was made first, and then they went back to the intro, and then like they made these slip ups because like they knew so much about the lore already. They didn't like get into the perspective like what it would be from a player who didn't yet know it. That's primarily what made it so hard to pick a house in the beginning, because like I have no idea why I should pick any of these houses. Like, for me it's just like a big like front-loaded pile of information and like no explanation of what any of it is or what relevance any of it is, because they give you too little information on the houses and they also give you too much information on the characters, but at the same time they give you too little information on the characters. It was so strange how like every character has an introduction, but then they don't introduce themselves in it. There was a situation where like the character would be like, oh, this is so and so, their personality is so and so. Like, what is your personality? It's like you'd have a group of 2 characters and only one of them would introduce themselves. It was very odd. But then you go back to the head of the houses and they would explain in like full detail what every character's personality was. And I feel like it would have been so much easier to retain the information if like you had it shown to you like naturally in like an actual interaction where you actually got to see yourself what the information was. 'Cause it was so hard to pass all of that, because it was just like, hey, here's a big pile of lore about the character, rather than like who they are and why we should pick them. Like, you could say anything in those info dumps and like it would read like exactly. It just if Claude would be like points to the guy next to him and goes like, second son of the House of Femblembles, came down in a spaceship with Lord Fanoog. On the 26th of every month is his birthday. He takes us all out to the hardware store and we buy 16 refrigerators for every second son. That would have made equally as much sense to me. They said so many people were like the second for the eldest or the sixth for the whatever's son, and I have not remembered a single one of those. Like, again, they gave you a big pile of stats on the screen rather than actually describing like what role they are in the party and what the reasons are you'd like to have them. It was just like, you technically gave us all the information, but you gave us no way of parsing it and like knowing what's important, knowing what the information means. It's such a badly executed way of doing it. It's to front load you with so much speaking that none of it, every single bit of it will go in the player's ear and out the next ear, because you had no setup for any of this, you had no context, you have had no knowledge for which to pass and understand this information, so you do not retain any of it all, which means all that stuff needs to be explained again later after the player actually does have the context of everything, which is probably going to cause a lot of like comprehension errors like early on. Like, also I felt it was like really contrived, the situation where it's like, hey, we're starting the game, you have no idea who you are, you're suddenly fighting, you suddenly go back in time, you suddenly have a random sleepy child possessing your brain who is not actually a child, who is actually some sort of goddess, the one of beginning of... And like, before you even know who your character is, you already have like their entire life has been shaken up and changed into a new thing, and then you slowly start learning who your character was before all that. It's like, starting in medias res is like, it's a good idea, but like usually that only works when like the thing you skip ahead to is something like interesting and gripping that's better than just starting at the beginning. Here I don't think it worked like that, because I can see they're trying to do it like, hey, let's start off with an action scene, but it was just really contrived. It's like, hey, so and so bandit from somewhere is attacking for no reason, you have no context, you have no reason to care about any of this, have a fight, then only afterwards we'll explain that was so-and-so bandit from so-and-so and why this is happening. Like, it was like, hey, defend these 3 characters you've never met before, you have no idea who they are, you have no idea their personality, you just vaguely know like I guess this guy's an archer, this lady has an axe, and and then afterwards, like, oh, hi, by the way, we are all from big long list of different countries, and we do these big jobs in a academy of something, and then you had that big long scroll like, hey, we're going to explain the lore of where all these countries are, like, after we already had a big long script from like all these characters about, hey, we're from so and so country, and after you already had the option to choose which one. Does that mean the character is not from either country? If every option, if they could choose to like say any option, does it mean them and Gerald were actually from a different country and they're just lying? Like, I was so confused and I was like, is Gerald even our father? Are we doing a cover story? And then it just felt like everything went too contrived and quick. Hey, for no particular reason, you winning one random battle, you complete stranger who we know nothing about, we're gonna give you, like, the most important job in the entire academy, like, literally taking charge of a house which is supposed to be specifically for a specific country, and you, despite not being from that country, can just do that, and also you, despite not having any teaching qualifications, or not even proving anything that would make it seem like you would be a teacher. It's not like you walked in and you, like, aced the teacher's exam. So it's like you walked in, you beat up a bandit. Especially the fact that you're the same age as all the students. It's very confusing. You can tell I was obviously only done to avoid any sort of problematicness of dating the students, which it just feels like if they'd given an explanation for why, that would have helped a bit. If it were they just given an explanation like, hey, it's at so-and-so academy, we teach people from youth to adulthood and beyond, and like, there's no like upper limit for how old you can be to be here and stuff, that would have helped. If it was just like, hey, we're Garrick Mac College, or university, or adult education facility, I don't even. And if they just given some sort of situation where it's like, hey, like, you proved your tacticianness or ability to teach, like, hey, what if it had been, like, a situation where, like, you came into this battle that was already happening that they were losing, and then, like, you motivationally taught everyone, and you were like, hey, Edelgard, go over there, I see you're not taking advantage of your advantage with this guy who's, like, you beat him in the weapon triangle and all that, and then, like, you had a reason to prove it, like, hey, you're better, because that's what happened in Awakening, wasn't it? It was like, you woke up in this situation, and everyone was like, oh, we can't trust this tactician who, like, just woke up and says they have amnesia and stuff. But then you proved by saving everyone from a situation where they needed your tacticianness to win. Like, you did not demonstrate tacticianness at all, despite being the tactician of the game. It was literally just your ability to come in and stab. And that bugged me so much about how you needed Sophus's power to turn back time in the first place, because you didn't really. It was just like, for some reason, the first time, you knew that guy was attacking, you ran over to stop him from attacking, but you were just able to get in the way of Edelgard and, like, take the hit. But then you going back in time and knowing he was about to attack, when you already knew he was about to attack, you already rushed in to stop him from attacking. For some reason, you had time to turn around and parry his blow in that version. I guess maybe it was like, through Sophus's power, you were able to realise he was attacking like 2 seconds beforehand and have enough time to turn around and parry his blow, but that was not well communicated. And I'm having too many complaints, but basically, I just felt like, because I covered, like, all of the really hype and happy stuff in the Let's Play, I may as well bring out, like, me looking back on it in retrospect, it wasn't a great infinite. I think the problem was that it was too hype. Like, there were so many good things in that, but the connecting tissue of it didn't really help, like, mould the good things into an easily comprehensible package. You were getting thrown out, like, you were getting overwhelmed by, like, 50 different good things, and no frame of reference for how to understand it, and no guidance on how to pick which of the, like, the 30 different equally good, because, I mean, come on, they were just overloading you. It was like, hey, immediately choose, like, you know what would have been good if they had a chapter where you, like, got to know every house. Like, you have the first tutorial battle where you get to know the house heads, and then, like, hey, maybe we have, like, a whole chapter that's devoted to introducing you to everyone in the school before you pick your house. Like, you could have, like, you go on a mission with this one, you go on a mission with this one, you go on a mission with that one, and, like, every mission would have a few, like, character moments which would be serve as, like I said, having a natural introduction to the character rather than just having a character, like, list out their stats from a list and, like, tell you he is the second son of Blibbleblob. That would have been good, but all of that, like, again, I'm just complaining there is too much goodness in it, and the game goodinated my heart. Anyway, I think I've said everything I can say, so I'm just going to end this up with some random fun images to put on screen. Here we have a commission I got from my friend Garlic Tonic on Twitter, way back when I was originally trying to do this Let's Play, because this was supposed to be like a thumbnail image, because at the time I didn't really know how to do thumbnail images. I was kind of new to YouTube. I didn't know that you had to like, what was it, like be a YouTube Prime or something like that, or like have a certain amount. There's something you have to do to be able to earn the ability to have custom thumbnail images. I didn't know at the time, so I couldn't have used this anyway. But I really love it. I mean, come on. I felt so sad I had to waste this great commission work. The character in the middle is actually my Fire Emblem Sona. I made a design for myself as a Manakete, and I don't know if you can really tell from the chibi version of the design here, but there's supposed to be a zombie dragon Manakete. Because I thought, like, if you can be any type of dragon that's been historically in the entire Fire Emblem series, I want to be a zombie dragon. Because like, I always want to be a cool zombie ghost thingamajiggy. That is just how I do. I thought it was so cute. They drew me and the Byleths having beverages. I love it. I'm so looking forward to finally doing the tea time minigame after all these years hyping it up in my mind. And then also another fun image we have on here is my headcanon design for Gremory, which is our Byleth in our playthrough here. My headcanon of Byleth being some sort of gender fluid person who just like screw it all, I'm having every option possible at the same time, because come on. The more you limit the options, the more I'll unlimit them in revenge. I am now in the process of learning from my friend how to install the Super Game Mod. Yeah, and I will be playing through the game and living my greatest dreams of like playing Gremory being like everything we imagined them to ever possibly be. I think the characters I'm most likely to be my faves. I'm kind of leaning towards like Lawrence and what's his name, Hubert. Those guys are the guys I feel at the time when I was first playing, I thought, oh, like the character I was most leaning towards was Dedu, and I thought, like, I was like, oh, should I do the Blue Lions route, even though there's like 1,000 things about it that I don't like, and like it's the one that has the least positives on it, and it's really just like I medium like the main character guy. He seemed nice and friendly, and then I really liked Dedu the character, and I was like, picking a house just for Dedu wouldn't necessarily be too good. I've heard apparently Dedu is like more route locked than everybody else. Like there are certain characters which you can recruit on other routes, even if you don't pick their house, you can still be like an inter-house friendship and stuff like that. And there's some who are route locked, and I need to research more of this. Like it's a shame that you have to look up so much details about the game to like be able to properly make a choice. I really feel like they could have introduced everything a little bit better. But yeah, I am looking forward to befriending Lawrence, Hubert, or possibly Dedu, and I think I'm leaning towards getting my character to marry Claude, because, like, come on, Claude! From what I've heard, he apparently canonically flirts with your character regardless of gender, even in the vanilla version without the added game mod, so it makes me wonder why on earth they didn't canonically give him a bisexual route in the actual game. But that is the power of mods! I've done too much rambling and I'm now going to stop. This is the end of Fire Emblem Free Houses, and also the beginning of Fire Emblem Free Houses, for me. Hurrah!